my name is Emma and welcome to my channel. I mostly do crochet tutorials, but in 2025 I'm going to be starting a new challenge, and that is to not buy any yarn in 2025. This is for a few reasons that I'll get to in a minute. It's mostly because I've been crocheting for 15 years, and over that time I've naturally accumulated a lot of yarn. Over the next year, I want to reevaluate and analyze my relationship with yarn and crafting in general. I've boiled the problem down to 5 main reasons. The first one is FOMO. So, I think a lot of crocheters, not just me, chase the trend sometimes. Usually by the time that I've bought the yarn, it's not trendy anymore to have the item or create the item. So I lose interest. The biggest trend of 2024, I think, that kind of really highlighted this for me was the Taylor Swift crochet dress. There was so many tutorials, not even 24 hours after she had been packed in that dress. And I have a lot of feelings about that. I thought that I could create my own dress, but by the time I had gone out to buy the yarn, I feel like the trend was already over and I wasn't really interested anymore. Another sort of trend that I feel people would get on was like the hexagon cardigan or the cloud sweater. If you've seen the cloud sweater, I'll just sort of insert an image here. Those are like all trends that we chased, and I just have yarn sitting in my drawers that I wanted to use and haven't used on those trends. I have a half-done hexagon cardigan that only needs to be sewn up and have the ribbing put on. That's it. And the trend left before I had finished it. The next is I've been given a lot of yarn by people. Sometimes this is from their relatives that don't crochet or craft anymore, and that's okay. But then I have their yarn and I kind of feel some guilt about letting it go. So I'm gonna find a way to repurpose that this year as well. Buying yarn also feels like I have time to use the yarn, but like that is not the case at all. I'm busy, I have things to do, I have a full-time job, I have home commitments. I don't have time to use all the yarn that I'm buying. So by doing a no buy year, I hope to alleviate this issue. And the last problem is I have heaps of whips. I have heaps of whips and yarn for these whips that I'm not using. Now onto the reasons why I want to do this. Number one is to save money. So if I can save my crafting budget from 2025, I'm going to roll it over into 2026 and I'll be able to buy better quality yarn in 2026. Crafting time is precious and I should be spending more time crafting and not shopping. I want to improve my concentration and get off my screens. I watch a lot of reels and try to find like the perfect content to watch while I craft. Also to try and find new trends in crochet. And I feel like, you know what? I need to take a step back and do what I want to do and not have it predicted to me by the algorithm. And the biggest reason is it actually sounds like fun to try and use on my stash. Now I'm going to be talking about my rules. I'm going to be trying to finish my whips that I have. And if I need more yarn for those whips, instead of going to buy the yarn, I'm going to try and source the yarn from my circle first. So I'm going to be asking my friends, family, people in the craft group, do they have yarn that they don't want that then I could use? I'm happy to pay them for it. It's just I need to try and source it before I go to the shops and buy it. I'm also going to be unraveling whips that don't spark joy anymore. I think this is then a good way to repurpose yarn for things that I've already tried to make but I don't really like. Another one is that I can receive gifts, but I can't ask people to gift me yarn. I think this one's going to be the hardest one of all, to be honest. And last of all, I want to have fun and not put too much pressure on actually finishing the stash this year. If it takes me until the end of 2026 or 2027, then that's okay. But at the end of 2025, I'm going to reevaluate if I can buy more yarn or not, or if I feel like I'm at a level that I am happy with. If any of this resonated with you and you'd like to join me on my journey, I'm going to be publishing a video on the last Thursday of every month. I want to hear from you. Have you done this challenge before? Let me know in the comments below. How did it go for you? Did you like it? Was it challenging? Was it your vibe or not really? If you have any tips for me or if you have any ideas for challenges, let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.